Hey there, back again with some more Minecraft today, and well, last time we managed to finish the lining, so today we're gonna continue with the next bit of the build, and we've already talked a little bit about it. Basically, what we want to do is we want to add a little bit more texture to everything. And we're going to start down at the bottom here and then work our way up, taking it section by section, and trying to do it in a way where we sort of like know that we won't be missing things. So basically what we're going to go in and do is we're going to go through like this again, and basically just replace some of all of these to give it a little bit more texture. I'm not going to do it all over the place, but some places we're going to do it. And while we're doing that, we're going to be talking about a few things. We're not going to continue on our what is it called, our Dungeons and Dragons story. Instead, we have some other topics to talk about, namely the past week. Because over the past week there has been a couple of things going on. For one, Thursday I had my now second session together with Lady over on the modded server, where we spent some time together and recorded for one of her episodes. And basically the whole thing is like me going in and sharing mods that I am fond of with her, so that she can learn some new things. And if you follow Lady or follow me on Twitter, you have probably already seen her last episode. That one was Thorncraft themed. This one is not Thorncraft themed, however it is bee themed. You know me, I like my bees. Like is probably not a strong enough word. Actually, I don't think I want that one there. Let's take this one and then take this one. So basically what we did for this episode is I taught Lady how to do bee stuff, and then I gave her some homework like last time that she could then do to basically practice the stuff. So what kind of homework did I give her? Well, the way you start your bee stuff is basically that you create or you breed your way to the common bee, and then you move on to the cultivated bee. So that's basically what I asked her to do, and she's trying to do that now. So that'll be interesting how long it'll take her, but hopefully not too long. I did teach her about soul frames, which does make the process quicker, so hopefully that will help. Other than that, well, on Friday I had my usual Friday stream, and there it was actually also modded themed. Like the last many weeks I have been doing modded for my Friday streams, which is nice. It's nice to do that as something different, I think. And now we can't really reach this, so let's do that and then do that. So yeah, basically there's a dog. Basically what I have been doing this Friday is finally getting my arsing gear and building on the house that I want to have on the server. Because I've kind of been slacking a little bit on that. Wanted to build that house from the beginning. I just wasn't sure precisely what I wanted to do, but I got some decent inspiration going, and yeah, Friday we basically picked it up and went with it and redid the footprint again, because I originally did the footprint and it I wasn't satisfied with it. So this one here is sort of a little bit of the same, but I moved it a little bit more from the last one so that it's a little bit different yet. And then I started the construction, and while we're not done, we have definitely made a good bit of progress towards getting done. So I'm happy with that. I think this one and that one. No, over here. I want to do this one. And here we'll do that, that, and that. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. So, yeah, that was good. And other than that, of course, we did a few other minor things. Nothing really grand. It was mainly the building that week, and we might actually do more building on it next Friday. But it's nice to do. Have something a little bit different to do. And honestly, I find that when people do modded, they often forget the creative aspect. It just turns into one big pursuit of new machines and new powers. And I've been a little bit guilty of that myself. But you know me, I like to build stuff, so we are going to do that. And we're going to continue doing that, and yeah, making progress with that. I got some more ideas for how we're going to continue, but that is going to have to wait until Friday, because I'm basically saving the building, or most of the building. I have prepared some resources for it, but other than that, I'm saving the rest, so that we can do it together, basically. And yeah, so that was Friday, and Saturday we had a family thing. My brother is not a cook, but a dietary assistant, I think it is called, if I translate it directly. And that's basically like okay, just recording a little. So basically that is what a cook can continue and specialize in. Do I want any here? I think this one. And basically, like, a cook needs to be able to cook things that taste good. A dietary assistant needs to be able to cook things that taste good and is healthy for you. However, that does not mean that we ate healthy food when we visited my brother, because my brother's also a lover of good and proper food, and he had made some quite fancy stuff. There's this weird thingy. It's basically a vacuum cooker of sorts. Like, you vacuum pack the meat and then you cook it in this machine. It's called a sous vide or something like that. And basically my brother had made meat in that, and then he had also what is it called? He had also like made caramelized onions, like mini onions, and Hasselback potatoes, which is these things where you take a potato and then you slice it, like you slice down into it, and then you take spices and stuff and rub over it. And he made a homemade chili oil from homegrown chilies, and basically rubbed that on top of it, and it wasn't all that spicy. In fact, you couldn't really taste the spiciness, but it did come through on the day after, because I basically got a few leftovers with me home so that I could have that. And yeah, let's see, was there anything more? There was more. What more did we have? We had oh yeah, béarnaise sauce. Not just béarnaise, but proper béarnaise. So basically, like, made from eggs and all that kind of stuff. My brother even made the béarnaise essence himself. So quite fancy. That's my brother for you. And yeah, basically we went there, had coffee, and then afterwards we had the dinner, and after that there was snacks. So it was quite nice. And after all that, of course, I went home and then basically just went to bed. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do my vocal exercises there because I hadn't thought about doing them before. So unfortunately I had to skip that week, which is a little bit of a bummer. But not much I can do about that. It's not like I can turn back the time and redo stuff. If I could do that, there was a lot of other things I'd like to change too. But on Sunday, I had my weekly tasks, and normally I would talk about that, but it did come up in a conversation during this week, so that is basically why I bring it up here. And that is like needing time to yourself, because for me, I need to have some time for myself during the week. I find I do not do very well with like going out all the time and seeing people and that kind of stuff. It's fine if you have some time to yourself, but if not, it's just too much. So yeah, I need to have a day to myself during the week. And well, this week it was Sunday, and basically what I use it for, whoops, this one is the one I wanted. Basically what I use it for is doing my weekly tasks, which involves such thing as washing clothes and taking a bath and doing my hair and doing my nails and all that kind of stuff. All the things that needs to be done. And yeah, it's just a way to unwind basically. I have tried the whole doing something every day, and I don't know how people do it. Like, I'm doing stuff anyway. I mean, I'm recording stuff or doing other things like that, but when it comes to like just being together with others, it takes a lot more, I find. So yeah, need some time to yourself, or myself at least. But that was Sunday, and then Monday we returned to what is it called? To vocal training. We have let's see here. I think I want this one. We had vocal training on Monday, as usual. And that was quite nice. I got another new exercise to do, and it's sort of a little bit along the lines of what we already have done, but also a little different. This time it was more like, I want to call it attenuation, but I'm not sure that's the right word for it. But basically what it was is like, you start the exercise with let's take these two out, I think. You start the exercise doing warm-ups, which you do with consonants. You start with an untoned consonant, moving from that to a toned consonant. So first you do S to Z or Z, I don't know which you want, but either. And then you do F to V. So basically it's like like that. And let's see, I think this one. Yeah, and basically you do each of those 10 times, and then afterwards you do some end sounds, just some pure end sounds. After that, you then do N and P sounds with vowels following. And with those, like both the N sounds, the N vowel sounds, and the what is it called? The P vowels, you do it in a way where you play with the pitch. So like you do that kind of stuff. And after that you do soft vowels, which we have talked about before, where you basically do each of the vowels and then like preface them with a H, and then after that you do words starting with H, and finally you finish off with a rhyme, and in this case we use a rhyme that is called Nede I Fru Hansens Kælder, and that means down in Mrs. Hansen's basement, and it's like a 6-line rhyme, so you do it a couple of times. It's like a children's rhyme sort of thing. And yeah, you I think I want to do this one. And basically what you do is on line 1, 3 and 5, you're like partway through the sentence, so there you pull the pitch up, and then as you go through the 2nd, the 4th and the 6th line, you pull the pitch down towards the end, so that you practice some more natural attenuation, like how you finish your sentences, because it makes it feel more natural and not as artificial, and that's a good thing. So yeah, that's that. And then after the vocal training I went home, got myself some breakfast because I hadn't actually gotten any until then, and then I sat down and started recording because currently, as of this moment, I don't have any more Darksiders ready for release, so I needed to record some more, and I did that, and it went alright. I don't think I want this, I think I want this one. It went alright. I planned to do something like 4, maybe 5 episodes. However, in the end, I ended up doing 6 because there wasn't really a good place to basically stop. And yeah, that was a little much. Basically, when I finished, my head was just porridge. When I say 6 episodes, I'm not actually sure it's 6 episodes. It could be more, but I kinda lost count because I was so tired in my head. So yeah, but it was good. Got several episodes recorded, so now I should be good for a little while in regards to that series. And able to also continue the story, which is going to be good. So you can look forward to that. I'm going to go too far over here, or for that matter too far up here. I think I want this one here. This one here. So that's all 4 roots. We need to do, well, there is also the tail root, of course, but I think we're going to save that. But yeah, we've done a little bit of work here. And I think that is a good place to call it off. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode. But yeah, I might do more work on it in the meantime, but it really depends on how much time I have during the week, because I have been trying to get as much done as early as possible, so I don't think I will have too much preparation time, unfortunately. And the reason for that is I am working towards starting doing the commission stuff, but in order to do that I need to have time to actually do artwork. So yeah, that is of course a little bit problematic at times, but now that I have managed to record the Darksiders things, I should be good for multiple weeks in that regards. still need to do some more for the what is it called? The Stardew Valley series. But we will get to that. I have some recorded that isn't uploaded yet, so I need to go through and basically sort that out. And then after that we are basically ready, if you can say that, to do some work. So yeah, I think that we are going to call this episode off here and then return to do more work next time. And tonight, well, after I'm done here and set this to encode, we are going to go and do our exercises and figure out dinner and all that kind of stuff, so we can actually have some time during the weekend to do some artwork, because I have quite a few projects that needs to be finished. But for now, let's call this episode off, say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next week. Bye bye for now, everybody. Bye.